Rudy can't handle it. Can he quit his job? Couldn't handle me beating him. Oh, what? They've given him the France job. Are they mad? What in the name of living hell? Unbelievable. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well. Today we are in Ligue and it's a pretty big game early in the season. It is against Marseille away, and this was a team who jumped off to a flyer last season when we were at Monaco. They got off to a big lead, but in the end they did sort of fade away in the second half of the season. We were able to finish ahead of them fairly comfortably in second with PSG, of course, back then with Thomas Tuchel in charge, winning the title quite comfortably ahead of us as well. So based on last season, this game against Marseille and the one right at the end of the first half of the season against Monaco, they're probably going to be the important ones in terms of putting ourselves in a good position to win Ligue 1 here at PSG. Of course, we've only had the job for a few weeks now. We are getting towards the end of a transfer window as well, so that's something that we'll bring to you guys before we get into this game that we are playing. I'm also bringing you guys up to date on results. So if you are looking forward to today's episode, then please do go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video. And if you are new to the channel and have not done so already, then also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss any of the content. So I think we'll start off with the results since yesterday's episode. We'll just get through these Ligue 1 games. We've had two so far since the Trophée des Champions in China, where we beat our former team Monaco 3-1, and lo and behold, off the back of that, exactly the same scorelines as in the Trophée des Champions as well. First up, we took on Reims away, of course a team who have just lost their manager to Monaco, and we beat them 3-1 at their house. We got off to an absolute flyer here. This was a kickoff highlight. Long ball to Mbappe in the second minute, and he tucks that away nicely. We were 1-0 up just after a minute. And at the half-hour mark, or just after I should say, he made it a double, another long ball from Aguirre finding Mbappe, and he beat the goalkeeper there with a little bit of help from the post, and that made it 2-0. And then right before half-time, it was the former Southampton man who is attracting a bit of interest from Liverpool as well. That's something that we might bring up. Antonio Augusto slotting one away to make it 3-0 at half-time. Unfortunately, we conceded a goal early in the second half through one of Reims' only shots on target. Look, they worked that well. Not sure where some of our defence was. Dio Lasuba. It was a nice goal from them, to be fair. A 3-1 win. You look at those stats. They did have one other shot, to be fair to them, so we didn't get completely FM'd. But you look at the stats, like that's more dominance than we had at Monaco most of the time. So, and Reims aren't a bad team. So it's boding very well, especially as I said in yesterday's episode, while these players are still learning the system and getting used to tactical familiarity. You will also notice down the bottom that Mbappe did have a chance to complete his hat-trick, missed a penalty in the 73rd minute. I say missed. The Reims goalkeeper, Barbier, made a save, and he was very good in goal. Otherwise, that scoreline could have been a lot worse, but a very good performance to start the season on the whole. And off the back of that, a performance which I would say didn't look as impressive, but we got the same result at the Parc des Princes against Sochaux Montpellier. And if you thought the first game goal was quick, look at this one. We have barely got underway. Rashid Cedra with a shot from outside the box off an immediate turnover, bumps it into the top right corner, and we're 1-0 up after 15 seconds. And off the back of that, Mbappe picked up yet another double. It was a nice ball there from João Felix, and yet again with a little bit of help off the crossbar, he gets into the net. Pinpoint accuracy from Kylian, and then right before halftime, Antonio Augusto was making his way into the box, the ball taken off him. They gave the assist to Bakar there, which was interesting. The ball fell to him and he put it away to get his double. Very late in the game, it was Sochaux Montpellier. Hegi was able to get past a slide tackle. I believe that was from Vardiol, and he puts in the back of the net. Look, in the end, a game that was fairly similar to the one before. As you can tell by the stats, not as many shots, so not quite as dominant, but still a very good performance. 3-0 up at halftime, conceding one in the second half. So I suppose that's a bit of an issue. What I will say, and I think I heard this on the Five Star Potential podcast either this week or last week. I can't quite remember because I binge listened to them while I was at work this week. But those two goals might save us a bit of money. Not that we need to save money here at PSG, but getting rid of the clean sheet bonuses. Those goals might not be bad things, even though they do feel frustrating at the time. But a good performance. I was just looking at these stats. I only just realised now that Sochaux Montbellier, 22 fouls in that game. And they did pick up 4 yellow cards to be fair, but boy, that's getting stuck in and some. And I'll show you guys their ratings quickly. Not a great day at the office for them. But we've started off the league all season well. In saying that, so have Marseille and Monaco, as well as Troyes and Saint Etienne. So some interesting names up there. Probably more so Troyes. The other four, usually expect them to be up there. Saint Etienne, maybe not, but definitely Marseille and Monaco anyway. So this game could be very important for us. As I said, we've got a decent gap until we take on Monaco. So this is our most important game in Ligue 1 for a while, even to the point where after this one, we're probably not going to do many Ligue 1 games until that one. I think we might just get stuck into the Champions League after today's episode because in Ligue 1, we really should be winning it. So a lot of the games against these other teams, not sure if they have the same emphasis, especially my old Lyon game, which I was quite enjoying against Rudy Garcia. As you would have seen from the intro, he's somehow got the France job, which for a manager who wasn't really doing a heck of a lot, at least since I've got to France anyway, is an interesting appointment, but we'll leave it at that. So unfortunately, no more club banter with Rudy. I will say if he doesn't pick some of these PSG players for his team, then dear oh dear. Yeah, we'll leave it at that, I think. Now, transfers. We haven't made that many. I'm going to probably end up doing a whole heap towards the deadline just to try and build up the squad depth, as I would have mentioned in the last couple of episodes. Still a few positions that we need to strengthen. However, we have bought in a left back, and we'll go to the screen because he will be starting today because one Francisco Gomez has just got over a virus, so we might just give him this game from the bench. The player who we've bought in was listed by Bayern Munich. It is Matteo Lugeri. He is an Italian that we got him from Bayern Munich. We only spent 39 million on him because that's what Bayern Munich listed him for. He might actually be better than Gomez and be more well-rounded. I don't know if he's got the X factor, for lack of a better word, not as much potential, but he's certainly a bit more well-rounded, especially in terms of crossing and dribbling. What I will say about Juan Gomez, he does remind me of Tessier a little bit, but on the other side, he's got some really good attributes, but he's also got a couple that need work. But he is still young. This guy a bit older, and considering what he's valued at, I think we picked him up for a real bargain. It was a decent transfer. He's going to certainly keep the pressure on Gomez for a starting place, and we can interchange them, and we're not going to be missing a heck of a lot. So don't mind this transfer at all. He can also cover centre back, albeit heading not great, 1.8 metres, so he's not a huge human. He's definitely going to be a left back option. We've got enough centre back cover at the moment, but that's the one transfer that we've made. I will say we do have a few in the works. If we just go here, Olavo is one that might not go through. There's a certain level I'm willing to pay for him. He's got a release clause of 36 million. I don't want to spend that much on him, but he is a Brazilian midfielder who is not non-EU, which is very nice. Usually these Brazilian players are non-EU. This guy also has a bit of Italian in him. Interesting combination, but we'll go back to his attributes screen. Doesn't stand out, but he's 19. Our scouts like the look of him. He's not going to be after a massive wage. There's a bit there to like, especially as he's 19 years old. He's going to be squad depth for us if we do get him, and then probably play most of his games with the under-19s, but maybe get the odd first-team opportunity in the Coupe de France or around the Champions League games. But there's certainly enough there for the scouts to suggest that this guy might be worth the investment. So we'll see if we can get him over the line. Otherwise, I found a midfielder who is very, very cheap. Bjarni Magnusson. We've gone to Iceland, and that sounds a bit mad, but considering this guy's going to be playing, I've sort of got him as our backup advanced playmaker, sort of back up. 18 years old, his scout summary isn't great, but he's only going to cost us just under $500,000. And for the stats that he needs for something like the advanced playmaker, a midfielder is going to be the one who gets more on the front foot than the others. He's got some pretty nice stats. His teamwork's probably the only one that's letting him down there, but 18 years old, really like the look of this guy for a cheap transfer. For what we're going to need him for, just bring him to the club, give him the odd little game here and there, and otherwise have him in the under-19s developing. I quite like the look of him. I know my scouts aren't overly convinced about him. Show you guys the pros and cons. Carrying ability-wise, not great, so that's gone down since I tried to sign him, so oops. But his potential's certainly there, so at the very least, he's going to be in the under-19s. I don't mind him, but now that I've looked at his current ability, maybe he won't be in the first team when he does get here. But look, he's certainly worth a punt at $500,000 New Zealand dollars anyway. And then we've gone back to our former club, Rodrigo. Macedo was transfer listed. Leon have also bid for this guy. I believe it was Leon. Yes, they bid 10 million. We went in with 11.25 with a little add-on should he play 50 league games. But he's going to be our third choice striker, much like he was at Monaco. But he's quite happy to come here and be a squad player. We know what this guy can do. He came on in a game last year and scored 4 goals off the bench in a space of about 20 minutes. So we know this guy can bring it, and he's a perfect third choice striker. He's EU. His stats are pretty good without being great. I mean, most teams, as we have brought up both here and at Monaco, he'd probably be a starter for, but he's going to be an exceptional squad option for us. And yeah, I'm quite happy to get him on board for a cheap bit of money. So we're not spending a lot, and that's even considering the Olavo deal, which I'm toing and throwing about how much to go up to for him. Don't know if the 36 million is worth it for him in terms of his release clause anyway, but if we can get him for less than that, maybe 25 million. I've made 15 million. I'm in no hurry yet, but we do only have a week left in the transfer window. Those 3 might do. Maybe we need another midfielder, but with the scouts only having come in recently with the new job, we're still getting information on players, and it's a bit more difficult to bring players in this window than it will be in the mid-season window. So these guys might do for now, and then we might have another go mid-season when maybe the likes of Onana and Kaiki are attracting more interest. We might have a bit more money in the transfer budget, albeit we should still have some. We'll have a better idea of players that we can go for, and we might also try and bolster our under-19s because, to be honest, not a lot in there, so we might need to improve that soon as well. But that's the transfer business. I'll have a quick look at outs because I don't think we've made many, and we haven't really. It's all a bunch of under-19 players, so we didn't get much money for them, but to be fair, they weren't worth a lot either. So not a lot has happened transfer-wise. Just that Ruggieri deal for 39 million is the real first team one, the only one that you guys need to worry about. But we've got those other ones in the works, and I'll bring you up to date on those at the start of the next episode. But I think it's time we get into today's game. Marseille away could be quite important to see who gets top of the table earliest here in Ligue 1, and hopefully it will be us. We'll come back with the team sheet shortly from the Stade Orange Velodrome. And here are the team sheets. I'm definitely going to show you guys team sheets instead of the display formation thing this year because PSG colours, dark blue, black names on them, don't like it. So we're going to do it here. Our team is the first choice team that we can put out at the moment. The positions are jumbled up, but what you need to know is, of course, that Moriba is still out, so Felix in the midfield, and we have Cedra on the left wing where Felix usually would be, and of course Ruggieri in for one Gomez, but otherwise we are at full strength. Marseille appear fairly similar to the team we've taken on the past few years, so this should be an interesting matchup. We know that they came out hissing last season, as I said, but they did fade away the second half of the season. Hopefully we can halt their momentum early on this time around. And as he said that he wouldn't show this, I will this time because, of course, this is our only main derby in the top division here at PSG Marseille, the Classico in France. And you can probably see there, look, the names actually appear a little bit better than I thought they would, but it's not a great colour mix, is it? So, as I said, with this being our derby game, and Monaco's really the only other interesting game at the moment for us in Ligue 1, I think we're not going to focus on it too much, at least early on. Wait to see who's up there and who's not. And we're probably going to focus mostly on the Champions League in this first half of the season and probably throughout this year, depending on how Ligue 1 is looking. So just keep that in mind when the episodes do drop. I think we're going to be on a continental focus. We are kicking off in our blue uniform, playing right to left, and Marseille at home in the white with the blue trim left to right. And so we have possession early. Now there's a potential foul, nothing given, although we do keep possession in the second minute. It goes back to Medina, up to Felix or Gusto. He finds Mbappe, back to Bakar. Here's a shot, but straight at Fernandez. Good goalkeeper and goal for Marseille, so we'll have to be on it today, as it's still 0-0 after 6 minutes as we get cracking into this game. Corner in the 10th minute. Mbappe's going to whip this in. Puts it in. It tries to find Todibo. Headed clear, but only out to Aguirre, but Fernandez well positioned to keep that out. A shot that was looking to find the left-hand side of the goal. And Fernandez, as I said, well positioned, and it does stay 0-0, but we do have another highlight. The ball hoofed up to Mbappe. Geary over to Cedra, who scored that stunning goal to start things off against Shaun Montpellier in the last game. As we do give possession away there, though, albeit only briefly. Kicked downfield, and Gvardiol will tidy things up for us. Back over to Medina. They play a 1-2. Into João Felix. Nice ball out to Ruggieri. The former Bayern Munich man getting his chance to start for the first time. Puts a ball in. Oh boy, that nearly looked like it was going to be an own goal, but luckily for them, Fernandez was able to cover, and that's a deep ball for Chermity. He is a dangerous striker. Long shot straight at Cio Celescu. Rolls that out quickly, and the highlight ends, but it's still 0-0 as we approach the quarter-hour mark. Throw in to PSG, 18 minutes gone. It's been a fairly average game so far. Not getting off to the quick start that we usually do, although this time Augusto hits the post. A wonderful ball, and now Bakar keeps possession in, so we might still have another chance here, but that was the best chance of the game by far. Medina finds Gvardiol just outside the box here. He's gone up a long way for a centre-back. Not sure why he's doing that. And now Galeno on the counter here for Marseille. This is their first real chance in the game. That's a pretty dodgy foul there, it's fair to say. They will have a free kick. And that does remain 0-0 for now, but they are going to show us this free kick, so could be danger. Nandez puts it in. Cio Celesco, though, is able to handle it safely, and it's still 0-0 at the 20-minute mark. Throw in for Marseille this time, 24th minute, into Galeno. Sizes up his man, passes that over to Bayer in a bit of space. In for Kim Dury. Here's a shot. Good effort, only just wide. So it's a couple of good chances both ways now, but it's still 0-0 halfway through the first half, more or less. Throw into PSG. We do keep possession. Ruggieri with a good effort there to keep possession for us, although as I say that, Galeno intercepts it, albeit Bakar tidies things up for us. Felix over to Ruggieri. What can he do on the left-hand side? Nice 1-2 there with Argoli. Ball in. Mbappe with a shot. Was very close range, and Fernandez able to keep that out. Although we might have another chance here. Felix back out to Ruggieri. Right inside the box now. Puts a ball across. Augusto. His shot blocks Cedra, then blasted over the bar, creating chances, but not very good ones as we approach half-time. And it is all square still at half-time. We're definitely having the better of this game, but Marseille giving us the odd thing to think about. Might make some changes at half-time. Augusto, I will say, for a player who Liverpool might be willing to part $322 million with, that was a news article that did come up, is a little bit hot and cold for us, it's fair to say. And we do have good wingers on the bench, so what I think we will do, these players on 6.6 ratings, we might take off before we get into the halftime team talk. So I think we're going to bring Jesus Morello on for Augusto, because he's certainly a player with a lot of potential. As I said a couple of episodes ago, we've got wingers for days. And Christopher Medina is going a bit so I think we're going to bring SMS on for him, and hopefully that wakes the boys up a bit anyway. We've got Bakar on a yellow. Could bring Joe Gomez on for him, but I think we'll leave him on there for now because he is a very, very good option at right back. And we'll tell the boys we're not too happy with what's going on, I think, and hopefully that gets their butts into gear. Drop points away at Marseille, probably not the end of the world, but we are PSG. We really should be winning every game. Any points dropped will feel pretty disappointing for us from now on out, now that we're at this club, although it does still remain 0-0 as we get into the second half. Although we now have a free kick, Felix to put it in. Galeno heads it clear. Now we will get possession back through Bakar, jogging up nice and slowly to Debo. Getting back after that free kick, although he should be, but he gets the ball taken off him from Rodrigo. Bakar, good turnover back for us there, though. And hopefully we can get another chance coming from this highlight from deep in our own half. But now we get into the right area of the field. Cedra making his way forward just inside the box. Tries to put a cross in. Blocked. Will go out for a corner, which Mbappe will put in. Let's see if he can find someone as we get that thing down, and it is cleared away from Marseille. Chermity now with a chance on the counter attack. He's looking to size up Ruggieri. Good turnover from him, and SMS up to Felix. That's the highlight over, though. Still 0-0. Free kick, Cedra for us. 55 minutes gone, puts a ball in. Yet again, Marseille hit it clear, and Chermity beats, might have been SMS there to the ball, so this is dangerous for us. Marseille with a chance. Chermity, here's a shot, but it is well wide. And it's still 0-0, but Marseille probably with the best chances early in the second half. 66 minutes gone. Look, it's not a very great game. I've just told the boys to fire up and they've dropped their heads a bit. I'm going to move Felix with Cedra, and Cedra will come off. We'll bring Acosta on. Not very impressed with what we've been doing up front today, it's fair to say. Hopefully we get our butt into gear, but this has not been a good first Ligue on game on camera anyway, but hopefully we can pull something out soon with 25 minutes to go. Free kick, 75th minute, SMS to take it. We try and find Mbappe. Hits the post. That's definitely one of our better chances of the game, alongside the Augusto one early, but it's still 0-all with 13 minutes to go. We might have to go more direct soon, see if that tactic that we used at times at Monaco will help us get a late goal here. We have gone attacking just to try and get on the front foot a bit more. Felix making his way into the box. It's a tackle. Now, what's happening here? It is a safe tackle, okay. I did have one of those actually overturned by VAR a couple of games ago. That was the one where Mbappe had the hat-trick chance and missed it, thanks to a goalkeeper save. So that was something new, but we do keep possession here, and we're on the attack yet again. Ruggieri down the left-hand side, back into Argueri. Felix has a shot, bad idea, blocked. And it's still 0-all with just over 10 minutes to go, but now it's Marseille with a free kick, and they hold the ball in their half. Nandez back to Jacobs. If we concede now, it will be very frustrating. Anarin back to Jacobs. Puts the ball over for, that's Rodrigo in a lot of space. Back to Shopov, Rodrigo. Hopefully we can nip this in the bud. No, he gets past his man. Good ball in. Oh dear, we are 1-0 down against Marseille, and this is mirroring, I should say, what happened to PSG last year, because they did drop points to Marseille early, but geez, this would be very disappointing. Rodrigo with a nice ball. He just makes his way past Bakar very easily. Anharin, good header to be fair, top right corner. And now we do have to get more direct, I think, and try and get something going, because we are looking very, very average at the moment here. So we'll make that tactical change. We'll go a bit more direct, be more expressive, and try and get something going to get an equaliser with 10 minutes to go. Throw in to PSG, 85th minute. We've gone a bit more direct. Let's see if it pays off. Bakar with a ball. Felix back to Acosta. Off the post again. The woodwork is not our friend today. That's 3 shots that have come clamouring off the woodwork. And it is now Marseille trying to get us on the counter yet again. Molina down the right-hand side. And if they get 2 up, this is definitely game over. Back to Jacobs, just inside the box, out to Bayer, I believe that is. Puts a ball in Anharin, heads that back to Nandez. Oh my God, what a strike. Where's this come from? And we are 2-0 down at Marseille. This definitely was not part of the plan, it's fair to say. Yeah, this is worse than Monaco last year when we played these guys first half of the season. Wondered what Anharin was doing there, but yeah, to be fair, the woodworks helped them there, and it hasn't helped us today. We're in trouble. 5 to go, 2-0 down, and now Marseille with a throw-in. Hasn't been our day in this game anyway. They put a ball across. It's an interesting option. Anharin, the Englishman who's been very good today. They get the ball up to Nandez. I tell you what, going attacking, not sure if it's helped us. But to be fair, we don't really have any other options at this stage now that we're 2-0 down. Jacobs on the ball for Marseille. A ball across. Ruggieri will intercept this. Maybe we miss Gomez more than we think, because Ruggieri, look, he hasn't been terrible, but that's the only change we've made from our last few games today, and there's definitely something going on, although we do get an interception there, and Mbappe on the ball. Can he create a moment of magic? Has a shot, but pretty weak, straight at Fernandez, although did have to go to ground, and it's still 2-0, albeit this highlight will continue, but a bit disappointed in our front three today, I think it's fair to say. None of them have had really any decent ratings at all. I say that 6.8, 6.9, not bad, but considering the quality of player we've got here, Morello with a good header there though, but Fernandez goes Neuer on us and pulls out a good save. And yeah, well, it looks like we're going to be dropping points early in Ligue 1, so maybe I need to show a few more Ligue 1 games than I thought I was, because this will certainly give Marseille a boost of confidence early in the season as we get closer to full time. Looks like we're going to be dropping points. Free kick in the 94th minute. Look, it's not going to go our way today. Marseille have done a number on us at their home ground, much like they did to PSG about this stage of the season last year, albeit we didn't mind so much then because we were at Monaco. That's a really disappointing result, albeit you look at the ratings. I say Ruggieri was a bit average. He was actually our best performer, so that's probably a bit harsh. I think he did put a good ball in for Augusto early on too when he hit the woodwork. But yeah, look at the woodwork. It says we hit it twice. I thought it was 3 times, so maybe I got that wrong, but we certainly had some good chances. Dominated the game for the most part, but yeah, look, fair play to Marseille. They took their chances. Doesn't feel like a massive FMing because we know that these guys are a decent team, but certainly frustrating 2 late goals in the last 10 minutes, and we go down to Marseille. We'll show you guys their ratings. Look, to be fair to them, they played better across the park than we did, so no complaints on that end. They were a lot more clinical with their chances than we were. A lot of our shots got blocked, but yeah, a couple off the woodwork. I suppose that could have changed things, but that's a pretty disappointing performance, I have to say. We will thrash the arms, tell them it wasn't good enough, because it wasn't. And yeah, not an ideal start to our time in Ligue 1 here at PSG anyway. And after that result, we'll go to the Ligue 1 table. Look, it's still early on, but that does mean we are going to be 3 points behind the leaders no matter who it is. There's chances for Monaco and Saint Etienne, as well as Troyes, to go joint top of the table. And there's also the chance that Bordeaux could go ahead of us. So look, very early on, we've got some pretty favourable games now. As I said, we haven't got a game that should really be testing us. Says the guy who's just lost 2-0 to Marseille. But yeah, we should be doing fairly well up until that Monaco game now, I feel. So I think we're still going to stick with the plan where we'll come back for the Champions League in the next episode. I'll probably do that because I'm filming this Friday night in New Zealand and Saturday's a rugby day. So not going to have many chances to film stuff over the weekend. So I think I'll just get up to the Champions League over the weekend here and hopefully, and we'll bring that to you guys next episode, our first Champions League game, the draw, and we'll also round up what we've done in the transfer window. But yeah, disappointing result, it's fair to say. And yeah, that was a bloody poor performance, it has to be said. But yeah, hopefully we go a lot better off camera, like we have been doing up to the start of the Champions League. And be interesting to see who we get in our pool, being a top pot side. I imagine we are. So yeah, going to be interesting to see what happens leading into the next game, both transfer-wise and Champions League-wise. Also, with the weekend coming up here, there's a chance we might miss an upload on a day, which would be the first time in a few weeks it would have happened. But yeah, unfortunately, not much I can do about that, living with about 5 other people in the house. Not really many chances for me to film over the weekend, so hopefully you guys understand, and it will only be a one-day thing, and hopefully we can get back on the daily track after that. So if there is no video for a day, just be aware that will be the reason why. But yeah, we'll come back for the Champions League. If we look at the Ligue 1 games in between now and then, I mean, Saint Etienne and Bordeaux are kind of up there at the moment, but otherwise, yeah, I think Champions League should be staying sometime around here, so I think that's when we're going to be coming back for next episode. But if you did enjoy today's episode, a few transfers, and then a blimmin' awful performance against Marseille, then please do go down below, leave a thumbs up. And if you have not done so already, also hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on. It is greatly appreciated. But until the next time I see you for the Champions League, thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I will see you then. Cheers.